Alright, welcome. This is Mind. Today I'm showing you some things I built here in Scrap Mechanics. I was doing videos where I wasn't using my voice, but they're just getting too complex now and I really kind of need to explain myself and my inventions if I want to get the point across for you guys. So anyway, today we're going to be looking at 3 of my levels, 3 of my inventions. I have number 8, number 9, and number 10 we're going to be looking at today. And let's get started. Number 8. Alright, so we're in world number 8 here, and today I have my excavator crane thingy grabber. Anyway, I saw another YouTuber build an excavator that had a rotating platform and an arm and stuff, and I thought that was really cool. I want to try to build it myself, and I had a few ideas kind of to alter what they did. But anyway, this thing is able to grab a box and move it somewhere, put it on a different platform, and I'll kind of show you how it works here. So hop in, as you can see, I filled up my entire quick bar with buttons and a few switches. It's kind of complex. Follow along here. So anyway, first off, I have the control of the vehicle itself set to 1, 2, 3, and 4 to be able to rotate. So 1 and 2, they go forward. 3 and 4, they go back. Combination of those, I can rotate right, I can rotate left, or anything in between. Next on here, I have the platform, which can rotate around left and right, controlled by electric motors down there, which I'll show you in a few minutes here. Next, I have the secondary arm set to 7 and 8. 8 raises it, 7 lowers it. Next on here, I have number 9. 9 controls the main arm. That one's controlled by a rotation editor because the motors ended up making the arm slip down quite bad. As you can see on the secondary arm there, it does a little bit. And then number 0 opens and closes the mouth. Nom, 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 nom. Anyway, let's grab a box, move it around, and kind of show you that this thing actually works. And line it up. Come on. Hands over the jaws. Nope, out of the way. Alright. There's 9. Let's get a little closer here. Alright, and then we close, and hopefully it'll pick it up. Maybe not. There we go. Got it pretty squarely there. And we can lift her up. And put her somewhere else. Be great for moving around cargo. Hopefully they implement something where we need to move resources or something. I'd love to see a way to get this kind of thing implemented, these kind of more construction oriented type of machines, and then I can just drop this over there because I'm not careful with my packages. Anyway, now that we kind of showed you how this works, we'll go show you how it works with the wiring. Alright, now for the wiring. Looks a little complex, that's why I'm kind of explaining these things now. First off is the wheels. The wheels, you can see I have 2 rotator blocks on there. One rotates one way, one rotates the other, and I have those tied to 2 electrical engines per side. And that makes it so that I can put those on buttons and rotate those around and do 360. It's really nice. Next part on here is the platform. Platform rotates the exact same way. Electrical engines, buttons, and 2 of them rotate opposite. Next we'll talk about the big arm. The big arm, as I said, is hooked to this rotation editor here. Actually, which one is it? It's hard to see. Yeah, it's this one. So this one's set to the rotation editor. It has a 30-degree rotation here, and I really couldn't hook it up to a motor like I wanted to have more control because it slipped because of the weight. I hope there's something that gets added in later to kind of help fix that thing. Next on here is the other arm, the smaller arm. That one is hooked up to electrical motors. The weight isn't too great on it, and I can control it pretty well with those. And then last, of course, is the claw, and those are just hooked to a rotation editor, and they just rotate in and out. have it in one extra block instead of it being square, and it kind of helps it get underneath that box and grab it a little bit better. Alright, there you go. That is the claw excavator machine. Next we'll move on to save number 9. Alright, now for world number 9. Alright, and here we have my ant forklift loader. This one's a little bit more of an unconventional design compared to a normal forklift loader. I've given it a lot of weight in the back here to kind of counteract the weight, which we have a box here we'll pick up here in a minute. A couple of controllers for the arms, and let me show you how this works. Alright, and on here I have 2 buttons for the arms. I have number 6, which rotate just the end pieces out, which picks the box up maybe just half a block, maybe a little bit less. Then I have number 5, which brings the box up about 5-6 blocks. But with the box up here, I can still rotate around just fine. That counterbalance in the back is real nice, keeps me nice and steady. And then I'll go set it over here on this platform. And it's a little too low, so we'll just use 6, bring it back up a little bit. Move it on. 6 again, lower it down. And there you go. Ready for something else to grab it, I guess. But anyway, once again, really excited to see if they implement something that these can be used for, moving cargo around, or something. Alright, next on here we have the wiring for it. Looks complex, but it's just really compact. You can see on here 4 electric engines again, 2 per side. They rotate, one rotates in one way, one the other. The buttons hook to control. Next is the control boxes, or the rotation editors. 2 of them for here, one here, and they just rotate and counter-rotate to keep the arm level and rotate it down or up. And then 1 box for the end pieces here, once again, to rotate it out and to keep it level. Really not much more on this one. As I said, very simple little machine, but it works pretty good. Alright, next we'll go ahead and move on to my last save for this video, number 10. Alright, now for world number 10. On here I have my latest and greatest invention, quite proud of it, largest thing I've built yet, tower crane. Fully functional, rotates 360 degrees. The boom can move in and out, and the claw can grab things. Oops, let me release my box that we'll grab here in a minute. But first on here I have my chair. It's on a simple elevator here to get me up to the top, easy. You can see it working there. And once I'm up here, I'll go ahead and send the seat back down. Alright, now for the controls of the machine. First off, we'll talk about the extender arm. I have 5 buttons here. Each one controls a certain segment, so I can move this in and out incrementally, however I like. I got it moving in here. And we'll move it back out because it's actually where our box is that we're going to grab. Next part on here is the arm, which lowers down the claw there. And I'll move it down. It's a little off center, but it should work. I'm getting a little bit of lag here, so I apologize. And then we'll grab the box with the claw. I got some teeth on there to get underneath the box, hold it a little bit better. Then we lift it back up. And then we can move it where we like. As you can see here, it moves a bit slow, which for the really precise controls, I needed to only rotate it by 15 degrees at a time with the rotation editors, which you can see the little tiny arm there in the middle, which is rotating this entire mammoth machine. But once it stops rotating around, we'll go ahead and lower that box down. And once again, we can go ahead and move this in and out as we please. We'll set it down close to our tower here. Alright, seems like we've stopped here. So now we'll go ahead and press 8 again. It lowers it down as soon as it makes contact. Alright. And then I have the loose chains on there so it doesn't push the entire thing up off of its axis, which has happened more than once. I've had a few design ideas for that arm, which didn't work out quite well. Anyway, 9, go ahead and release the box. They got a little stuck, but should be fine. 8, bring it back up, and there we go. We have a functioning tower crane where you can move supplies. We could set up some shelves on there, or have some really cool storage ideas. You could have a truck drive up and grab them off the truck and place them over behind the crane somewhere for later. Next on here, I'll go ahead and show you guys the wiring for the crane. Alright, so for the wiring on this, looks a little complex up here, but we're going to actually start down there with the elevator. Simple elevator, just counter-rotating arms that push up the seat, and then the seat rotates around on this axis. You see my ingenious rotation editor skills in here. For some reason I favor red, the negative side, for some reason. But anyway, button tied to that into the seat so I can call the elevator up and down from down here if I jump off accidentally, or hop in the seat and raise myself up. One thing that I did not remember is that, as you can see here, I only have one hole on here to allow me to pop back out naturally. So if it's rotated around the wrong way, you kind of phase through it. But you can still get out. You just kind of pop through it sometimes. Let's try that again. Alright, now that we're up here, we'll talk about the crane and how it rotates. Same principle that the wheels had in the other contraption I've shown you today, counter-rotating pivot points, and those are on this one are tied to the rotation editor. The electrical engines were not quite powerful enough to move this thing around. They slip a little bit. Next part on this would be the arm that extends out. This is the most complex thing on here. More of a pain to build than to figure out, though. I have 5 boxes here. Each one has a switch on it and controls a different segment. And I can move those in and out. Really nice to replace in boxes where I want them down there. And then each box controls 3 of these rotation devices. And here's the wiring on that for you. Just in and out, half and half. Alright, next on here we're going to be talking about the arm, which moves the claw up and down. This is connected to 2 rotator blocks, and then I have a bunch of loose ones here, which make it so that if it runs into any resistance, they just kind of collapse on each other, and it doesn't move this entire structure and break it, which has happened a few times on here. The box on here is pretty easy, just 2 commands to rotate it up and down. Then we have the claw itself, very simple, 4 rotators, 90 degrees each, just open and close, and once again that has some teeth on it to get underneath the lip of the box, which I do have the box. You can see it down there. I'll go down there. I do have a box on here which has stilts, and just easier to get underneath it for grabbing it. But anyway, with that, I have my tower crane here. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the video and my other inventions. If you have any ideas for future things you'd like to see me build, I'm always up for the challenge. Anyway, thanks for watching, and you guys have a good day.